video, I will be describing and explaining how you can become a Canadian citizen. To become a Canadian citizen is not an easy process. However, in this video, I will explain the requirements and the restrictions for Canadian citizenship. In order to become a Canadian citizen, you must follow these specific conditions: age, permanent residence status, the time that you have lived in Canada through residency, income tax filing, intent to reside within Canada, language skills, how well you know Canada, and the prohibitions. In order for you to better understand the conditions, I will explain the specific requirements for each condition. For age, you must be at least 18 years old in order to apply for Canadian citizenship. However, in order to apply for Canadian citizenship as a person that is under 18 years old, you must be the child's parent, legal guardian, or adoptive parent. The child must be a permanent resident, and one parent must be a Canadian citizen or must apply for Canadian citizenship at the same time. For permanent residence status, you must have permanent residency within Canada, have no unfulfilled conditions related to that status, and your PR status must not be in question. What this means is that you must not be under review for immigration or fraud reasons, or be under a removal order, or have certain unfulfilled conditions related to your PR status. With regards to the time that you have lived in Canada, you must prove that you have lived in Canada and have been physically present in Canada for a minimum of 1,460 days, which is approximately 4 years, during the 6 years immediately before the initial date of your application. Have been physically present for at least 183 days during each of the 4 calendar years that are fully or partially within the 6 years immediately before the date of the initial application. Please note that these restrictions and requirements do not apply for children that are under 18. Also, to better help you calculate how long you have lived in Canada, you can only count the days spent in Canada after you have gained your permanent residency. With regards to income tax filing, you must have met your personal income filing obligations in 4 taxation years that are fully or partially within 6 years immediately before the date that you apply. With regards to the intent to reside within Canada, you must declare that you will intend on residing within Canada when you are applying for Canadian citizenship. In order to become a citizen, you must declare that you will intend to reside within Canada. However, once you become a Canadian citizen, you have the right to enter, remain in, or leave Canada, as this is one of the basic rights as a Canadian citizen. With regards to language abilities, in Canada, there are 2 official languages, which are English and French. In order to become a Canadian citizen, you must prove that you have adequate knowledge of at least one of these languages. What this means is that you are able to take part in short, everyday conversations about common topics, understand simple instructions, directions, and/or questions, use basic grammar, including simple structures and tenses, and show that you know enough common words and phrases to answer questions and express yourself. With regards to how well you know Canada, you must understand the rights, responsibilities, and privileges of citizenship in Canada, such as voting in elections and obeying the law. You must also prove in either English or French that you understand and know Canada's history, values, institutions, and symbols. Prohibitions entirely depend if you have committed a crime within or outside of Canada. If this is the case, then you may not be eligible to apply for Canadian citizenship for a period of time. For instance, if you are in prison, on parole, or on probation in Canada, or are serving a sentence outside of Canada, have been convicted of an indictable offense in Canada, or an offense outside of Canada in the 4 years before applying for Canadian citizenship, are charged with, on trial for, or involved in an appeal of an indictable offense in Canada or an offense outside of Canada. Please note that the time that you have spent in prison or on parole does not count towards the time that you have lived in Canada. Also, time spent on parole does not count if you were convicted of the offense. If you wish to apply for Canadian citizenship after gaining permanent residency, we can definitely help you out. Here at Akrami & Associates, we have dealt with many immigration matters, and we have helped many of our clients gain Canadian citizenship in Canada. If you believe that you may be eligible, please contact us. With Akrami & Associates, there's always a way.